Welcome today to today's live coverage of the SCA Grand Final at Eady Street. And it is Wellington going for a three-peat up against last year's Grand Finalists, the Rockers. It's a battle of the northern suburbs. The sun is out, expecting a top of around about 20 degrees. It's mostly dry out here, and joining me in the commentary today is going to be John. John, what are your thoughts on today's game? It's a big clash repeat of last year's Grand Final.
It's a huge game. The replay last year, Weily Park were dominant last year, finished top of the ladder by 20-odd points, and then Wellington really did a number on them, bowling a quality outside off-stump length last night to really shut down any of Weily Park's scoring zones. I'm interested to see if they can replicate that again without Andrew Downton in the side, who really led the charge last year. I'm excited.
It's going to be a big clash. We're at Eady Street, so there's some quirks to the venue. So if you're cruising anywhere near Eady Street today, look out, because there's going to be some balls flying your way. But now we're going to head down. John's got some interviews with both captains.
Isaac, we've just had the toss and Weily Park have sent you guys into bat. How do you feel about that decision?
Yeah, good. Yeah, it's great. We would have chosen the bat anyway, so that's worked out well. So yeah, that's good. Good result.
And plan to go hard early, or are you going to try and build an innings? And
I think you got to build in the grand final. I think if you can bat your 50, you're going to put yourself in pretty good stead to get the chocolates at the end and put a decent score on the board. So that'll be the plan today.
You've had a fantastic year, averaging over 50 runs. Who else should we be looking out in for in the batting order?
I think Daniel Muir and Mark McConnell at the top have been really good for us. And obviously Nathan Muir at 3. So big 3 above me and get the job done, I reckon. And
you've had the option today to either play with the great Gary Ablett down the road at KG5 or turn up for a grand final for Wellington. Wellington must be pretty happy that you've chosen the right path.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm running around at 11:30 down there, so it would have been the 2s, I reckon. But yeah, no, easy decision. Love me cricket and can't miss the grand final, so it's best day of the year.
Good on you. Good luck today.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Cheers.
Jackie, how you going?
Good, mate. Yourself?
Good. You've won the toss and sent Wellington in. What's the thinking behind that?
I think it's a little bit of wet outfield and overcast condition. Hopefully, ball will move a lot, and then hopefully we'll get a few early wickets to put Wellington under pressure. Yep. So that was the reason to put them bat first.
Absolutely. And who can we expect to see with the new ball today?
I'm going to start the ball, and I think Antapreet's going to start with me. And if he goes well, then he'll bowl a few new ball overs. And otherwise we'll change with the spinner, I think, with the new ball.
And you've got a long batting order, and you've also got a lot of bowling options in the side. You consider that one of Weily Park's strengths?
I do, but it sometimes feels it puts a little bit of pressure on me to to who to choose from. And but always a strength for us to have so many options. So I'm gonna back them up today.
And last year Wellington knocked you off in the grand final after Weily Park had a dominant summer. You had a fantastic game last year. You'd be hoping to reproduce that again?
Yeah, hopefully. We did a few mistakes last season, and then we learned a lot from there. And hopefully, we'll get the job done this time.
Good luck today. Thank you very much.
Thank you, mate. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. You're on Duff TV. It's the Kookaburra. It's the KFC. It's everything. It's the SCA Grand Final. We've got Aaron Roberts and John Anning joining you in the commentary box. We've got the Duffettes, Duff Hire up on the Clennett's, Mitre 10, Scissor Lift, Ben Duffy on the side-on angle, Jero doing the pots and pans, and it's the teams that are here today. So there's lots to like. There's plenty of batters in both sides. Aerial, and that will get the scoreboard ticking away an early boundary and an early strike from Muir. Muir just making a bit of movement. That was a good shot. There's a run on. He's going to be close.
I think he's out.
I think he's gone. Muir is being run out trying to knock that ball through backward point. The fielder went to his left. It was a brilliant pickup. Throw straight to the keeper's hands. They're trying to keep the pressure on, get him to make a mistake. It's patient stuff here from the Kings. That's a nick! And it flies exactly. That was exactly what they wanted. It's exactly what they were bowling for. And it just missed the fielder's right hand. It's at the southern end. Easterly end. That's through. That's controlled. That's the shot of the morning. That's a bit too full. It just squeezes through the gap and it races down the hill for 4. There's a chance for another run out. And he's gone, and that is extraordinary. Both opens have been run at unnecessarily. And the Kings, they've got 2. Does it bring the LB into play? As he does go forward, he cracks it through the off. With a flurry.
It's a great shot, just over pitch there from Andrew Preet, and Isaac Manson has taken full advantage of that, and just with hard hands, really just punched the ball through the covers for 4 runs.
Creates his own energy, doesn't he, with that big backswing and the power through the shot. That smack to leg. That's going to go the distance. 10 off 2. Manson away.
And that notches up Manson's 50th 6 for the year.
That's in the air. And it's through the gap for 4.
And again, he's just given himself a little bit of room there outside off stump Muir and just guided that down the hill for 4 runs. And that is drinks.
Peach and John Anning in the box. And that's in the air, and that's just wide of the field on another boundary. What a start for Manson. So it's a good field on the off at the moment. Is there some attack in that? That's hit. Will that get through? Yes, and there's the risk. It's probably more square where it had the fielder deep anyway, and not there.
Good to see it takes 2 umpires these days to reset the stumps.
Is that a joke?
Working
is that
together.
The start of a joke, is it? How many umpires take to reset stumps? I don't know.
We've got both.
Well, you need definitely the second one just to line him up, don't you? He's got to get... There he goes. And that's the aggression from Muir as he carves it to the leg side and finds the line.
Puts a lot of people off if you leave too early and
yeah.
leave half a dozen at the bus stop.
That's a full ball, and that's been dispatched. That was the worst delivery of the day. And is that gate? There's one gate open over there. I have seen it over the years go through there a few times. It's nearly like the old Mercantile Mutual signs or what they had back in the 90s. In the air and wide of the slip. He's been moving either side laterally. Sometimes third slip, sometimes second. And that's what happens. You take the risk when they're in between, and it flew for 4. Well, you could say a minor advantage now. He's bowled. No, the advantage is gone. Kumar with the wicket, the inside edge of the season's top scorer. And just as it started to turn, the worm goes the other way. And the Kings get a breakthrough. And the first wicket, John, to a bowler. That's in the air, and that's going the distance, as Cake said many years ago.
Just another scoop shot from Muir over the leg side. He played one earlier down the hill. Considering that Quarrel was on strike, they've given Kumar one more over here.
In the air, dropped. That was catchable. Kumar's got both hands to it. It's going straight back.
A couple of Glenorchy faithful up there in the crowd. We can see they might disappear soon for the game. Here's a strong connection.
That's a confident shot for 4. Elegant drive from Quarrel. And he finds the line. The ball clearly wasn't dead, and the bowler appealed and he was given out for hand. The ball! Well, he's been not given out. He's tried to slog it and he's out. Quarrel gone for 10. And there was the shot he wanted to play, John. The slog across the line, and it didn't work.
It does have a high score of 40 this year, Dylan Keating.
Well, if he does that today...
They'll be very happy.
Yeah. And Muir stays in, and anything's possible. That's aggressive. That'll travel the distance. Fuller, Nick. That's going to run away. That's an odd spot for the ball to end up from that sort of delivery, but it was a thick outside edge which ran all the way along the carpet for 4.
Kumar in its first spell really did bowl a boundary hitting.
There's an appeal and he's out, nicking to the keeper. It was a little feather. And Keating on his way, he's trying to drive a full one through the off and the little nibble. And the keeper does the rest. The pressure builds and builds.
What he does bring to this side is he's very, very experienced. I don't think we'll see him doing anything anything too rash. Just trying to feed Nathan Muir the striker, I would think.
Hang on, has he nicked that? He has, he's gone. Well, he's just turned that one around on you, John, because he went for a big slog through the off and a rush of blood and a nick and a second in the over.
Well, I couldn't be any more wrong, and fell short in the grand final, and then appear in the grand final in their second year in first grade. It's a real success story.
Yeah, it's great, and that's just into the gap for a single. I mean, I've got to say, there's a
50.
and that's a half century. Muir off 99 deliveries, in fact 100. He's going at 50 off 100, and that's an important innings for him.
Muir's I think his boundary options here are that scoop over the leg side for 6 when he pitches outside leg stump.
Well, there's the one to go, but then they're really reluctant to take that shot. He's going to come back. There's a chance to run out of the bowler's head. If he hits, he even could have been called for obstruction. The money is Antiprede back into the attack. He's been away for about 90 minutes, and the first ball knocked to leg, so right on cue. They might get 2. He's going to come back for the second. It's relatively comfortable.
Definitely not running Kobe Phillips out.
Let's see if Muir can launch one. He's going across. Yep. There it goes. That's a bash and a crash.
That's his zone.
And it's done the job, and he's second 6 to the leg.
So I think they missed a trick here. I would have bowled Jag this over.
And a strong offside field.
So Jag to continue, squeezed into the gap. That'll race. It should fall short. They'll get a couple. And some energy from Clennett Hire.
Just good. Oh, and they'll go. No, they won't.
They won't. No.
Hamstring. Yep, there it is.
Gee, that's well run. That's 3 runs.
Very good.
All right, so we're nearly down to 3 overs. It really is time to hit. What does Phillips do? There's still wickets in hand. That's the thing.
That's down the hill. That's 3.
Maybe going to get to the line. It's very close.
Oh, it is too.
It's just makes the journey. And a Phillips nick gets him up towards 18.
You can see the way he's batting. He does have that wide mid-on to mid-wicket in mind, doesn't he?
Over that front hip. Same length will go here. Oh, that's a diff. Is that
no
ball? That's 6.
I don't think so.
That's car territory on Eady Street.
Yep,
so look it
Bang.
out. And he gets a tickle. That doesn't help the cricket ball. There a chance.
One there. Oh,
that's another bounce. And there's a fielder out there.
Oh, 4.
And it's found a very small, narrow passage. So Muir with 2 balls left in this over.
Throw it away here.
No, he wants to face that last over, doesn't he?
Right.
That'll help. That's in the air. There's a fielder coming around and it misses.
Great shot.
His left arm and races for 4. Rana wasn't quick enough then. Reacted a little late. And a handy boundary. It's about the big game. It's about the game, isn't it? Slogs it. Is there a fielder there? No. He cuts it.
Bounce.
And a ton to Muir in a grand final.
Excellent.
He's in some pain, I can tell you. There's some cramping or something going on in his body, and he raises the bat. And the crowd applauds. And his last 50 runs coming off 36 deliveries. He's putting his team in an opportunity to win this grand final with some kind of score. Does that help with the drinking later? That's in the air. That's in the air. He's going to be caught. Should be caught. Easy catch. And a late wicket and comfortably taken by Noop Yada. And Phillips did his job. 29 off 35. And there's 2 balls left. And Muir has the strike.
Yep, cover. Over
the top.
That's his zone.
We'll get a couple probably.
Just 2. 220 would be a great score. 2-2-1 to win. 100 not out to the legend who is Nathan Muir. And what do you think, guys?
Well, it's over. 220. Yeah, it does sound good. 2-2-1 for injury. 7 down. Phillips went late. And there is Nathan Muir. A ton in a granny. The former captain of 136 deliveries. He played a fine knock. His last 50 runs coming from 36. And welcome back, everybody. Duff TV, Aaron Roberts in the commentary box. John Anning's going to be joining me in a moment. We've got the second innings chase here for the Kings. 2-2-1 is the total. Kumar and Binder are at the crease. The chalk is being used. And McConnell, as ever, waiting at the top of the mark with the white cricket ball, ready for action. John Annie, have you got yourself sorted, mate?
Yep, I'm ready to go.
There we go, high to the air. Here's a chance. This is the moment. Miles in the air. He's gone. We thought it might happen. He went for a duck a couple of weeks ago first. And he's been told to head to the change rooms by McConnell in a rather ungracious move.
Interesting shot selection there from Kumar, but that's the way he plays. He goes hard early, and the Wellington Cricket Club have the wicket they wanted real early.
I mean, Kumar, he went for it, didn't he? It was there to hit, actually, in the slot, but such an uncontrolled swing of the bat. It went a long way in the air, and Matty Bromfield has taken the catch. He's in the action early. Keating's a little bit sharper. That does mean he got a bit of protection. There's a chance for a run out. Well, we saw run outs in the last innings, and we nearly had another in the second. And after getting a wicket in the first over, they're on their way. In the air. And away for 4.
Some of the Kings players really do favour that offside, so they push that gully very wide to nearly a short backward point area.
That's been flicked away for 4, or is it 4? No, it's gone the way. It's gone all the way for 6. That's through the off. That might just get through. And past Phillips as fast as any. And a boundary.
As a strategy just at the moment. We've got 2 players out on the offside there waiting for the drive. As Patel clips around the corner, down the hill for 4 runs.
Well, that's about as perfect and most annoying as you get. So balls are getting substantially wider each delivery until he is finally called for a couple.
I think, and to be fair, I think that with 221 on the board, the run rate was never going to be the issue today.
That's nicked, and it's flown over the top of the slips for 4. Some rash in that from Ravi Patel. Now he's nicked again, it's gone wide. Muir's going to race away for another boundary. That was legitimate edge, and that was a chance maybe, but look to the right of Muir. That's gone. 3 in the over.
No, like I said earlier, the run rate was never going to be the...
That's a big one. That's going the journey.
It's a much better shot there from Ravi Patel. Still took the ball across the line, but his head was a lot stiller.
There's some risk associated with it, isn't there, against Kobe Phillips, who both bowls so flat. That's over the top. That's a great cricket shot. Might be covered off just on the fence. Brilliant bit of fielding from Blomfield. It's his second nice bit of work today. He'll be bowling at some stage. That's gone square. It's racing away for 4. The hand from the fielder. And it squirts under the fence. Ravi Patel, who's finding his rhythm. That's going the journey. That's going. Goodbye, goodbye. Smacks it down the ground, and he's dropped.
Oh, my word.
Holy trousers. Muir's dropped him. And a half century.
Not the way that Ravi Patel wanted to bring up his half century today, but what kind of days Daniel Muir having?
That sucked a bit of life out of Wellington.
Well, they were already under a bit of pressure, weren't they?
That's in the air. And that's gone. No, he's dropped it again.
Wow.
And I think he's hit it for 4. He's parrying it over the line. And 90 seconds of madness from Wellington. So it's clear now the strategy for Wellington is to bowl the Kings out. That's been topped high, handsome and delicious. That is the longest hit on the ground. It's 84 metres from that end. That's gone, I'd say, 95 metres. That's a bomb. Plenty of experience in those.
Absolutely.
In those hands. That's gone high. I think it's going to get over the infield pretty comfortably in the end. Bromfield will chase. That might have
Got
gone
over
all
the
the way.
boundary.
Well, that went a lot further than I thought. So the southerly is kicking in and it's pushed the ball the distance. Very short-lived innings. Had an uncharacteristic early slog. That's in the air. There's no fielder there, and that'll race away for another boundary. Not that short, but picked up so early by Ravi Patel.
That's going to go 4 down the hill.
Oh, it might just be cut in. No, it's not. There was a decent chase in the end from Manson.
Looks like the captain's taking the ball himself here and really going to try and grab this game by the horns and make a difference.
Well, 2 slow bowls at both ends. He's capable of squeezing some wickets out with his flatties, and that's been hit in the air. First ball, Bromford underneath it, and he gobbles it up. And he turns and celebrates, and is there a little gap, a little bit of light? And he's not wanting to leave. Patel can't believe it. He's just hit absolute trash straight down the throat of Matty Bromfield at mid-off. That's the better ball from Manson. And for a moment I thought it was lofted near mid-on and Muir. But it's gone over his head and away for 4. You'd think, but you could also see him bowling at this end and having the batters hit into the breeze down the ground, but not many are doing that. That's a little wide. That's clever bowling. It's quite through. And there's a chance to run it at the bowler's end.
I think he's out, is he?
No, I don't think he is. I think he got his bat down. Well, it would have been a disaster. Changed the rhythm having the slow bowlers on. There's more risk being taken. The ball's flighted it up. It's tempting. That's tempting. That's coming towards us. And a couple of bounces and over the line. That'll get through as well, and that will get the fence. That was a loose one. And Isaac Manson, if he had to have managed to hold it together, would have been an okay over, but another boundary off it to Jagat Singh. He hits it in the air, he's out. So there you go, Copper Magic. He picks up Singh, and a big wicket as the captain goes. Just see a bit of energy. That's a bit fuller. And that's going to be out. The worm has turned and Nathan Muir salutes. And Copper's got 2. Yeah, so there's one on the fence. Or on the line. I keep saying fence. There are no actual fences as such. He whips it to leg. What a glorious tickle. More than a tickle. And that's a boundary. And a sloppy delivery. McConnell's day with the ball. He's looking to play within himself at the moment. The one boundary was a flick through the leg. And that was the worry. That was the worry. Anything straight was going to go there into the fans of the Kings. To make it challenging for the batter.
Oh, that's out. That is out.
That's gone. It looked very adjacent. Yadama is gone. Phillips comes back in and a great call from Manson and a much better line and length from Kobe. The straighter one and the slog from Yadama in the end probably wasn't the best shot. In the air, that's going to get past the field and a handy boundary. And they needed that. And Andrew Doughton joining me in the commentary box now. Is it starting to get a bit of pressure coming on Dounce? And also, the worm has turned a bit back towards Wellington. There's a flighted one.
Oh, LB. He's going to give that.
Yes, he has.
That's out.
And there's Muir energising them again. And Paul Toran had no doubt. And for us, you've got to get off the ground, Andrew Pete. He's just be really disappointed. They're 6 down now.
Really important partnership.
Down the ground, that'll run away. Phillips will chase. In fact, sorry, not Phillips chasing. It's Keane. The Dean Kane. The Kane Dean. 4 runs.
And that had to be put away. That was very, very full toss.
That's a bit more flight. In the air, through the gap for a valuable boundary. A little bit of risk, but the reward is always there once you get past the infield here at Eady Street. There's a bit of protection for him too. That's in the air. That's going to be Bromfield, was it? No. It's a 4. And he nearly took another classic. Nearly another classic. Phillips across the line and get an easy single to square. Or he can try and hit airily. Like that. Like that.
Oh, wow.
Another drop. And will that be the story for Wellington?
Kane Dean here into his second spell.
Hang on, just be careful. You were in the big seat last week. I gave you your apprenticeship. You were taken off. I gave you the L plates for a couple of years. I was taken off last week.
Thoroughly enjoyed it too.
Yep. Oh, that's been worked nicely. That's a good cricket shot. That is a loose ball and feels like it's turned again back towards the Kings. Oh,
wow.
That's a horror. Well, he's lost his line there and he'll have a free hit. That was a no-y and a boundary.
And he's put it away.
He has put it away. And it is rolling downhill now, and that's how the ball was travelling. And our Weily Park Kings on their way to a premiership.
Are making all the noise.
And that's glided through the gap. That's going to go for 4, I think, as well. What a 3 deliveries here. A 4 will tie, and a 6 will get them over the line in a premiership as Keating comes in. And that's in the air.
Oh, he's been dropped again, has he?
Well,
What's this no ball?
what's happened there? Was it a no ball?
Yeah, Paul Lawrence called no
well,
ball.
you mentioned he bowled no balls. Now we might have a free hit, and it's Binder on strike, and I'd love nothing else than a Binder boundary. That's going to get it through. Sajid does it. And the Weily Park Kings have got redemption. They win the SCA Premiership. And they are rightly running onto the ground. Their players steam on and they raise up Binder. And it's been a dramatic grand final with Wellington steaming back into the match from Copper's 3 wickets. But a last wicket from Krishna Saji and Robin Binder did the job. There's a celebration, and after that it came to the end as Robin Binder and Krishna Saji did the job. 36 not out, a runner ball with 7 boundaries. Binder with a 73, including 3 sixes and 6 fours, and they are the SCA Grand Final premiers for your season 25-26.
Today's man of the match was quite difficult given the scenarios, but we believe that a century in a grand final is a very good achievement, and nearly half of Wellington's score, but it is going to go to Nathan Muir of Wellington as man of the match.
And now I'd like to present the cup to the premiers of season 25-26, Weily Park.